So Jay Slater. So I don't know if you've seen this last CCTV of Jay. It's very poignant because it's the very last time that he was filmed alive, if you like. Let's see.
First, effective immediately, the FDA will be notified.
No, we don't want to see Trumpy. Here it is. It's going to put an ad on again, isn't it? Yeah. Just wait for it so I can skip it. Come on. So, this footage is the CCTV from Papagayo nightclub in Tenerife. I've never been to Tenerife, so I don't know this nightclub, but it was at 11:55 p.m. the night before Jay went missing. And of course, he was very wasted, wasn't he? I think we all know that, and I think we all agree on that. Let's see. So he left the night. So what happened was he left the nightclub, which we don't know why he left the nightclub. And I think it was when he tried to get back in that there was a problem. Yeah. So he was refused re-entry. So you can see him talking to this bouncer, and the bouncer's not letting him in. And Jay's got on what those last things that he was wearing. And the bouncer seems to be pointing somewhere. I don't know what he was saying to him, but he's pointing him away from the nightclub, and he would not let him in the nightclub. I don't know if it's been established why. He then sent a message to Lucy and said, I can't get in Papagayo. They've got a marker on me. I wonder what that means. Any ideas? Let me know. Anybody know what he might have meant by saying, I can't get in Papagayo. They got a marker. They got marker on me. Because I felt like they probably wouldn't let him in because he was let him in again. I mean, he'd already been in there once, but he probably wasn't too wasted when he first went in there. And then they wouldn't let him in again, and they got a marker on me. Not sure what he meant by that. Let me know any ideas you have about it that you think it might mean. So because what they normally do in these clubs, don't they stamp your hand or give you a wristband or something, so that that they know that you've paid once? Because a lot of people go in and out of nightclubs, don't they? They go to have a ciggy or have a vape or maybe have a drinky poos, outside, or go to another club, come back. So, yeah, I don't know what he meant by that. They got a marker on me. And then Lucy said, I've just said, I'll come out and get you if you come home. So she offered to come and get him. I wish he would have taken her up on that, as I'm sure she does. I'm sure he would as well. Very sad. So he did get the offer of Lucy. Lucy, apparently, what we found out about Lucy, of what the others have said, she's the sensible one. She'd be the one that would be looking after them all, making sure they got home okay. And she offered to come and get him if he would come home. But he didn't want to go home, did he? He was in a party mood. Doesn't matter. It's okay. I on a mission. So I don't know what he meant by that. Might just be that he was enjoying himself. Thing is, he had been taking cocaine, I think, and not that I've ever taken cocaine, but I do know quite a lot of people who have taken it. I've been in the company of people who've taken it. Oh my God, they never want to go to bed, do they? They're talking. And you're like, oh my God, I just want to go to bed. I haven't been taking cocaine, thank you. I've had a few drinks and I'm ready for bed now. But I think people that snorted a bit, cocaine is a party drug that keeps you awake, isn't it? It keeps you awake. It doesn't make you he wasn't ready to go home. He was ready to carry on the party. Unfortunately, it's a shame, isn't it? I think cocaine, and he'd taken ketamine as well, hadn't he? I think. I don't know what ketamine does to you. I don't know why people take these substances. Honestly, for me, it's just to take something that you don't know how it's going to affect you for a start, because depending on what stage you're at, I think if you're drinking, when you've had that one too many. Well, I do anyway. And it's just like, right, that's it, no more, I'm going on water now. Maybe not when you're a kid, you don't. Yeah, probably when I was younger, I used to just drink till I fell over. But to me, I was always scared of taking tablets and things like that, because I felt that once I'd taken it, it was irreversible. Whereas I think with alcohol, once you start feeling like bad, you can throw up at least as well. That's another thing you can do. You can stop drinking. You're drinking incrementally, one after the other, and you can get to a point like now. Of course, I'm a lot older, but as soon as I realise I've had too much, I like to drink. I enjoy drinking, and I enjoy that little buzz it gives you. But I don't like getting drunk. It sounds ridiculous, but I don't, not anymore. When I was young, yeah, I did like the feeling of getting drunk. It releases your inhibitions, doesn't it? Well, now I don't need my inhibitions to be released. I haven't got any. So I'm too old for inhibitions now. So I don't need my inhibitions to be released. To me, to drink is just because it gives you that nice, chilled, buzzy feeling. And once it goes past that, where you start feeling a bit ill with it, or dizzy or sick, I don't want to know anymore after that. So what always frightened me was that you might take a tablet and you can't, once you've taken it, what are you going to do? You can't, unless you take half of one, I suppose, at a time, quarter of, that'd be me. I'd be taking a little lick of a tablet. 10 minutes later, I'm okay, I'll have another little lick. It's like, I'm just a wuss with things like that. I don't like taking paracetamol anyway, even when I was pregnant. This is Donald Trump's latest thing, isn't it? About paracetamol causing autism. Whatever, Donald, whatever. So, yeah, he was on a mission. He'd taken a lot, and he'd been drinking as well. So it was a real mixture that Jay had, wasn't it? It wasn't, I think you'd be quicker to think of what he hadn't taken that night. Do you know what I mean? Because he had a very big mixture. It's a wonder he was still standing even then, to be honest. And we can see on the videos, actually I'm going to show a video in a minute that I've got loaded up from ages ago. He was completely out of it. So anyway, unfortunately refused the lift home, or to be collected by Lucy. I don't think she was going to come out with a car to get him. She was just going to come out and help him get home. And he said, it doesn't matter. I'm on a mission. And then he went to Tramp nightclub. So this is 17th of June 2024 at 3:07:17. And there he is in Tramp's nightclub. So those are that is the last CCTV of Jay. Very sad. I don't know. I think if I was Debbie, I'd be watching that over and over again. Certainly in the beginning, because you just want to grab your son and pull him out of that frame, or turn back time where Lucy did go and pick him up, that he did say, yeah, come and get me, bring me home. That's what you'd want. And, maybe in another universe, I don't know if you know about sliding doors theory, where people believe that if you look out into the universe, so in some other universe somewhere or some other parallel, I talk a lot about parallel universes, but some people believe there are parallel universes. So where that nobody, so in a case like that, let's say, in this parallel universe somewhere, flying around in the universe, Lucy did come and get Jay, and she took him home, and he was fine. He had a great holiday. He went home, and his life carried on. These sliding doors. There was a film called Sliding Doors, wasn't there, as well? Was it Gwyneth Paltrow? I don't think I've actually seen that film. But yeah, if you believe in that kind of thing, maybe somewhere in another universe, Jay's still partying. I hope so. I'd like to believe in things like that, but I don't know. Let's have a look. So I've got these little I have these little videos of him enjoying himself. Still got them on here. Yeah, here's one. No, this was him in the daytime. I mean, he certainly looks like he's enjoying himself. I hope he had a bloody good time. That's all I can say. But they all look the same, these lads, don't they? No wonder there was sightings of him. So, nearly all them lads that have just walked in front of him there could have been him. No shirt on, with this sort of fade haircut, shaved at the back and then longer at the front. All of them look like they could be Jay. Let's just see that again. So there's Jay himself, but watch these lads walking down there. They're like, it's like a uniform, isn't it? No shirt, that same haircut. No wonder people thought they'd seen him. I've got another one somewhere. So this is one in the nightclub later where he was definitely off his face. Bless him. As he nearly falls backwards. Oh, bless. I mean, that again, it's typical young person out on a night out, just letting it all hang out, isn't it? Doing whatever, taking God knows what, dancing, going with the music. No inhibitions. Yeah, but not conducive to walking across ravines, of course. He's not even steady there on the dance floor, never mind walking around Masker. So, I think one more thing that I'd like to show before we finish on Jay Slater for this segment. So I think another thing that's going to be out in the video, in the documentary. There's going to be a reporter. Is it this? Well, a few people have reported. Yeah. And of course, the Guardian. Let's have a look at this. The Guardia Civil released a video as well of what the terrain was like. Don't think we've seen this one.
In the background, that was where Jay was staying overnight. He then walked up that road, and that's the last time that he was seen. And at that point, he vanished off the face of the earth. No one knows where he went. There has been a huge search operation going on involving drones, helicopters, mountain rescue teams, firefighters, anyone who could come up and help out. And now today, what the authorities are doing is they are launching a public appeal for anyone who is a good walker, a good hiker, and there are an awful lot of them on this island. Anyone who works in the fire service or paramedics, civil protection officers, both working here and also maybe on holiday here with the right gear, with the right clothing and with the right footwear to be able to go into this volcanic island and start wandering through the undergrowth.
Yeah, do you remember that idiot Paul Arnott, that down the rapids idiot? He went, didn't he? But he got annoyed with the Guardia, didn't he? Because they weren't dancing to his tune. And also, he'll have gone there. He doesn't speak a word of Spanish. He went there. He upset everybody. He was wearing the mountain climbing clothes that Debbie had bought him, that he ended up leaving there. Because he's not even a mountaineer, is he? But yeah, they had this day where they call for volunteers. But then after that, the police just got rid of all the volunteers and just carried on their own little quiet searches.
See if there is any sign
and they
of Jay Slater
him.
or anything that he may have dropped that may indicate where he was, where he's been, and where he was going.
Yeah, I thought it was going to show more the actual terrain. Let's have a look. See if the police footage is here. This is the footage the police. Oh God, you have to put up the advert every time. So, I suppose this is what Jay was trying to struggle through. And even, you know, people who know the area and hikers get into trouble in this area. Oh God, that was a bit short, wasn't it? Anyway, we have seen footage before, haven't we? Let's see. We gotta find absolute action. No, I can't find it. But anyway, oh yeah, let's watch this. This was quite an interesting one by the Daily Mail. We watched it yesterday, I think, or the day before, but it's quite good. Oh, it won't spit.
For the past 2.5 hours, I have walked, scrambled and climbed through this ravine here, a short distance from the village of Masca on the island of Tenerife. And a couple of 100 yards behind me is where the Spanish authorities found the body of the missing British teenager, Jay Slater. The authorities describe the terrain here as steep and inaccessible. I think that's something of an understatement. It's no surprise that the body wasn't found for quite such a long time, because it really is the most challenging terrain I've ever experienced. This terrain is impenetrable, steep and inaccessible, just like the authorities said, but that almost doesn't do it justice.
Yeah. Okay, so basically, you know, that's something else that I think is going to be highlighted on Sunday. And as I say, I will be watching. I'm going to try my very best to record it in one way or another so that we can go through it next week, one day next week. I hope you get to see it. I'll say Channel 4, 9 p.m. UK time. Now, of course, depending on where you are in the world, I can get Channel 4 on my TV because I have got English channels from my service provider. So, you know, And I expect it'll be on YouTube one way or another afterwards. I don't know. Sometimes they put these things on, sometimes they don't. But I'm going to try and record it in the moment.